All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to the Lady in Black. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The high-octane Racing League Buschwackers Series hits Darlington for 110 laps tonight. It's race number 2, and it could be a big one, man. This is the track too tough to tame, baby. It's the Lady in Black. It's Darlington. Who's got what it takes to bring home the victory? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's watch it right here on TurnLeftTV. All right, baby, it's the lady tonight. Darlington Raceway, race number 2 of the season. 110 laps of pure madness right here on TurnLeftTV. Let's get this party started. All right, thank you so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. And got a good one here for you tonight. The Lady in Black. Got Daytona up there. What the hell? Oh, man. Get busy. Forget to change stuff. There you go. That's what happens. Now, what did we get? 2 minutes into the broadcast and already. There we go. It's Darlington Raceway tonight. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster and commentator here at TurnLeftTV. We got about 6.5 minutes left in the practice session. Wow. Getting that change right now. I need an assistant. Like maybe that looks like Dua Lipa, if that's okay. I mean, I'm not super picky, but oh boy. 110 laps tonight, man, and you know how Darlington is. It is tough. It is a very, very tough track. We raced there on Wednesday night in the Truck Series. And had a great race, man. A little bit messy at the end, but it was all in all a pretty darn good race. And I think I finished like 5th or 6th in that race. Started last and had a pretty good race, man. All in all, I don't think I wrecked. Fixing my little screen here. Just be patient. Take a look at the track here at Darlington. 1.366 miles. Of course, 4 turns. Big egg-shaped oval. Turns 1 and 2 at 25 degrees of banking. 3 and 4 at 23 degrees of banking. The front stretch, 3 degrees. And the back stretch at 2 degrees. This is an abrasive track. Really tough on tires. Tough on nerves, too, man. This thing is a tough track. I think Darlington, one of the toughest tracks on the schedule each time it's on the schedule. So great track here, and going to be some good racing. I think I think these tough tracks though will cause guys to be really focused on riding the track itself, and not too much on getting over aggressively. Go over aggressive. So that's the track here at Darlington. I think we get it fixed. Did the idiot fix it? Yeah, he did. That's me. There we go, race number 2. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV. And this is Darlington Raceway tonight. You know, I wasn't going to be able to let this go.
A lot of soul.
All that work for 2 seconds. Story of my life. 3.5 minutes left to go in the practice session. Got some chatters in here. People are so patient with me. Thank you so much for being here. Michelle Bruno wishing us good luck. Claudio Bardelli Jr. out here. He got kicked a little bit here. Hopefully he's going to be able to stay in. Except he's about P5 in practice. Tracks VR providing a place, I think, for Dana Grover to race tonight. And hey, man, if you're interested in joining the Buschwackers Series and racing on a Friday night, you live up in that Calgary area, man, head on over to Tracks VR. They'll hook you up. Givaldo, of course, starting us off as well. So best of luck to Givaldo and the whole crew here tonight. Guys are getting their last minute laps in. Take a look at Preston Hassel. Thank you so much for joining me here on the YouTube channel. It's got some new subscribers. I'm digging that. Thumbs up, baby. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so, and smash the bell. You get updates when races are going live here at TurnLeftTV. And I appreciate all of your support. All the folks who've been here from the beginning, all the folks who've joined there somewhere in the middle, and the new folks as well. Share my videos with all your friends on any social media platform. If you share YouTube videos, you're more than welcome to share mine. If you want to buy me a coffee, there's a link in the description of the race here. So, in the description of the channel, click on those links, and you can buy me a coffee. Thank you so much for coming out and watching us tonight, whether it be live or on replay. I want to take a look at the schedule here. Let's take a look at the point standings. How about that? Take a look at the point standings here coming in to tonight's race. Yeah, we get that chat off there. Here we go. Tony Furtado, man, 45 points at the big win. Race number 1, Dan Richter sits second, Craig Marizon third. Ritzky Novar had a good outing last week, finishes in the 4th position. Gordon Carter is 5th in points. Sean Jacobs 6th, Preston Hassel 7th, Dennis Juderton is 8th. Valdo Spindola 9th, and Ed Palumbo. Good to see Ed back racing. Took a little time off, and he's back here in the 10th position. Take a look at page number 2. We had 12 drivers last week. Art Vieta in 11th. He had some bad luck there, got wrecked out early. And Pierce Crone sits 12th in position. Those Season 4 standings so far. Ready to go to the qualification session here very, very soon. Take a look at the schedule. We got a big race this season. Look at this. We got Worldwide Technology Raceway. That's Gateway coming up next week. And then look at that. September the 12th, Bristol Motor Speedway for the first time. The Steve Freeze Memorial will be at Bristol. New Hampshire will finish out the first half of the season. You see Kansas, Charlotte, Vegas. Man, 3.5 miles in a row. Talladega, and then a short track, baby. The day after my birthday. Martinsville Speedway to finish out that season. So getting ready to head to the qualification session. 2 timed laps. We will not have our side-by-side. I have diagnosed the problem in the side-by-side issue with the lagging. In case you were joined us for the last 2 races, you saw that happening. I looked on the web, man, it looked like a Windows update broke the NBI stuff. So my OBS, not talking to the other OBS very cleanly now. And got some, either wait for them to fix it or roll back or update. So we'll figure out what's going to go on there. I like using that side-by-side, get some good pit stop action on that, and then also able to track the leaders and so forth. So we'll see how that goes. how we want to deal with that situation. Anyway, guys are getting ready to get out on the track and qualify here at Darlington. And I see somebody out on the track. I think I know. I think I see somebody on the track. That's right, Dennis Yudichin. Dennis Yudichin first out of the gate in that 47 car. Let's see where the Ukrainian Titan can put his ride. Running in the 47, the little fire brigade car tonight, I believe. Dennis works to repair power stations that have been bombed by the Russians. So he has been a busy young man. And we want him to be out of a job here pretty soon. We want that thing to be over with so people can go back and live their lives and so forth. And we're always thinking about Dennis, man. Dennis, one of my good friends. Been a good friend a long time, man. Great IndyCar driver. That's where I met him. We hosted an IndyCar series, and he came out and raced with us. 31.463 for Dennis. Good little lap there for him. But Gordon Carter, Sean Jacobs up there as well now. Let's take a look at Craig Marzon in that 60 Magpul Dynamics sponsor machine. Sean Jacobs, the top time now, 30.089. Yudichin back to fourth. Silva up there as well in the Chevy. 30.313 there. Craig Marzon now in P4. How about Dana Grover? Tracks VR sponsor number 89 car. Let's see where he lands. Ed Palumbo to the top of the grid. 30.069. Knocking Sean Jacobs. We got two Chevys. Top of the grid with a Ford in third. And a lot of Chevys after that. Dana Grover right now, P12, 30.069. A little work to do for the Toyota. How about Chris Hughes, one of my fellow teachers, man? You got a root for Chris Hughes. He's a teacher. Oh, wait a minute. He gave up. That's a lot like teaching. You give up on it sometimes. Believe me, been doing it for 27 years. And hi to all my students who may be watching, whether it be live or on replay. It looks like Ubaldo Dutton, he is qualified in the 8th position. Claudio Bardelli Jr., the Sobertom-sponsored Ford. You know he's going to be a factor here tonight. See if we can pop up his advertisement. There's Sobertom on YouTube, Sobertom Podcasts. So YouTube at Sobertom Podcast. Check him out, man. All things music. He plays music, he sings music, and he talks music. Sobertom Podcasts on YouTube. And Ed Palumbo to the top of the grid here. Let's see where Claudio can land. He's got a good first sector. First sector is fast. Let's see where sector number 2 is. We want to see the blue. We want to see the blue. Blue there. Uh-oh. A little bit high coming off. Oh, and he smacks the wall coming off. This might scrub off some speed here. Oh, Nelly. And he's going to qualify in the 5th position. That third sector hurt him. That one hurt. That one hurt there, but nonetheless, pretty good run there. Not sure if Tony Furtado's going out. Doesn't look like he has gone out of the box. It looks like qualifications are over. Thank you so much. And we'll give you the official results here. These guys are going through the drivers' meeting as we speak. We'll step on the gas. All right, we are back. And qualifications are finished. We'll take a look at the results. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, and this is Darlington Raceway tonight. We have just finished qualifications and are in the warm-up session, and we'll give you the results. Take a look at the session results. Quals. At Palumbo in the 54, qualifies in P1. Sean Jacobs starts outside row 1 in the 24 car. A couple Chevys up front. The Toyota of Dana Grover starts in the 3rd position, that 89 Tracks VR sponsored machine. Pierce Crone in the Chevy in the 1X starts in 4th. Preston Hassel in the Ford in the 27 will start in the 5th position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. outside row 3 in the 19 car in the 4th. Gordon Carter in the Chevy in the 56 starts in the 7th position. Craig Marzon in the Chevy, the Magpul Dynamics sponsor machine, will start in 8th. Benner Silva, JV Rancing sponsored Chevy, starts in P9. Givaldo Spindler in the 68 will start in 10th in the Chevy. Starting in the 11th position will be Chris Hughes in the 7 car. The off-shape sponsored Chevy will start in 11th. Dennis Schuderton in the 47 will start in the 12th position in the Toyota. And Tony Furtado has elected to start at the back of the field in the Valvoline sponsored number 9 Chevy. It will start in P13. And we'll take a look at, of course, we've already taken a look at the track here tonight, so we want to take a look maybe at the keys to the race tonight here at Darlington. Bristol is 2 weeks from now. Race the track tonight, man. Race the track here at Darlington. If you don't race the track, you're going to be in the back or in the wall. Save your tires here tonight, man. This thing is really abrasive on tires, and you got to exercise some patience through the corners. Really tough through the corners here, the way this track is configured. Manage that traffic tonight. We have 13 drivers here, so a little bit of traffic to deal with. Pit stops are on point. You got to pit going into turn 3 and use the apron. So on and off pit lane is huge here at Darlington. We'll get some more chatters in here. Pierce Crone chatting. He's out there on the track. Also Fireball Flash. That's Dana Grover. Thank you. Like the new song. This is going to be a fun one tonight. Always is, really. It's a tough track. And that's what makes this track so fun. It's tough to drive. You guys have to stay up on the wheel here to keep this car from coming around. Looks like we are just under 6 minutes left to go here in the warm-up session. Thanks to Dan Richter for this song, by the way. Appreciate his thinking of us. Man, he just dropped it on us, man. Didn't even know it was coming. Just dropped it right there. It's like, thank you. Christmas, baby. Some more racing coming up. Tomorrow night, we'll be right back here in the Next Gen, the Saturday Night Thunder. Race number 4 of the season, 110 laps. I get out of the broadcast booth, get in the driver's seat, and see who can kick my butt. Most of them can. So come on out and join us. It's race number 4. You can join anytime, man. You have to be in the middle of the season. Doesn't have to be at the start of the season. It can be in the middle of the season. And we'd love to have you. Come on out and give it a shot, baby. We're here to help you. We share setups as well, so don't let that deter you. We like new people coming out and joining us. So that's coming up in the Saturday Night Thunder. And also, the Tough Truck Series will be at Kansas coming up on Wednesday. We had a great race at Darlington. The back half of that race, let's say the back third of that race got a little messy, but for the most part, pretty good race. But Kansas Speedway, great mile and a half coming up on Wednesday, September the 3rd, the day after Labor. Oh, wait, Labor Day's on the 1st this year. Okay, Labor Day week. There we go. Race number 4 of the season. And I will be adminning this race. I was racing the first 3 races, but I think I'm going to jump out, admin this race, and admin the rest of the season. So we'll see. I may jump back in the truck. But that's a great series, man. Check it out. Come on out and join us. Click on that QR code or point your phone to the QR code. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. Are you interested in an rFactor 2 server for your race league? How about EliteHostingUSA.com? You want to host your website, your online store? How about some VPS hosting and shared web hosting also available through EliteHostingUSA.com? Don't forget to join us over at HighOctaneRacing.net. We do host our winners and schedules and all that jazz, and a quick link to our Discord server if you'd like to join us. Always hoping to have new people coming in. Got I don't know, we're about 450 so-ish members in our Discord server. And we are very helpful for new drivers, too, coming in. Just come in, introduce yourself, and we'll get it figured out. Furtado there, getting his chops in before it goes green. Let's take a look and see what happened there. This is it. Oh, yeah, Givaldo got in the wall. Tony right behind him, and hard luck here in the warm-up session. Fortunately, all you got to do is hit escape, and you get a new car. Easy on the crew. Couple minutes left to go in the warm-up session. Who is going to win this race? Man. All right, I got my pick in. You ready to see it? My pick is Preston Hassel. That's who I think is going to win this race. Where's he at? Preston Hassel. There he is in that 27 car. Keep your eye on the 27 Castrol-sponsored Ford. That's my pick to win this race here tonight at Darlington. So it's official. Well, we are winding it down. About 30 seconds left in the warm-up session. And again, I want to point out that next week we will be at Worldwide Technology Raceway. That is Gateway. Great track located in Illinois, just across the river from St. Louis, Missouri. 120-lap race coming up next week. And then we'll be at Bristol Motor Speedway on September the 12th. For the Steve Freeze Memorial. Right now, 200 laps. We are discussing maybe making that 250 laps here, so we'll see how we go on that. But nonetheless, at least 200 laps. May change that to make that race just a little bit longer. So it looks like we are ready to rock and roll, baby. Darlington Raceway tonight. And warm-up is over. 110-lap race. And this should be a fun one. Race number 2.
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right, it's Darlington, baby. 110 lap race. Let's take a look at the starting order. Ed Palumbo in the 54 starts in P1. Sean Jacobs starts in the second position. Dana Grover starts third in that Toyota. Pierce Crone will start in the fourth position. Starting in fifth is Preston Hassel in the 27. Claudio Bardelli Jr. starts sixth in the 19 car. Gordon Carter in the 56 starts in P7. Craig Marizan in the 60 starts in 8th. Bitter Silva in the 5 starts in the 9th position. Givaldo Spindola in the 10th position in that 68 car. Chris Hughes starts 11th in the 7 car, and Dennis Udichin starts in P12 in the 47. In the 13th position will be Tony Furtado in the 9. Get my keys to the race here. Race the track tonight, man. This is a tough track. It's the track too tough to tame, right? And save your tires. This is really abrasive track, tough on tires. Be patient here. Race this track. Be patient. Manage the traffic tonight, and make sure your pit stops are on point. Brent Sim Racing joining us in the chat session. Don't forget to join those guys over at Happy Hour Racing League, man. Great racing on Monday nights. I think they race on Thursday nights, too. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But the last time I heard, they were racing on Thursdays, but definitely on Mondays, man. Doing the Next Gen Series, I believe. So here we go. Pace cars off. Green, green, green. Good start there for Ed Palumbo, but Sean Jacobs on the outside. This outside line might be preferred here. Ooh, boy. Sean Jacobs looked like he wanted to get down there, but Ed Palumbo wasn't going to give him that room. Ed Palumbo says, I want this, and he is jumped out. It's about a 2-car length lead over Sean Jacobs. Battle for third. Pierce Crone and Dana Grover. Pierce Crone on the high side. Dana Grover in the 89 on that bottom side, and Claudio Bardelli Jr. also inching up there. This guy's getting after it right away. Same tires? I don't think so. Ed Palumbo has now got the 24 climbing back onto the back of him here. Look at Givaldo Spindola. Givaldo trying to get around Benor Silva. Givaldo down on the bottom line. Benor Silva on the high line, side by side, and they've sorted it out there. Benor Silva holding on to that spot. Silva is in the 8th position. Ahead of him is Gordon Carter, and it looked like Givaldo got down onto the apron just ever so slightly, touched the line, and scrubbed off a little speed. And he got Craig Marizan just behind him. Tony Furtado trying to make some moves here, getting around Chris Hughes. So Furtado now picking up a position up to the 11th position. Chris Hughes is in the 7 car. He's falling back to P12. And up here up front, Ed Palumbo. He's got some company with Sean Jacobs. A couple old guard HORL guys mixing it up right now. The 54 and the 24, a couple Chevys. Here's Crone trying to close in on those guys. He is about 6/10 back to P2. He's in the 3rd position.
Yellow.
And we got a yellow flag. Yellow flag here on lap 5, and it looks like Givaldo and maybe Tony Furtado are off the pace. So both the 9 and the 68. And Tony Furtado, he's off the pace. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Maybe. Take a look and see what happened here as, oh, Givaldo gets way up into the outside wall right there, comes across. Oh, man, look at that 60 car, barely makes it through. But Furtado not able to get through. And Chris Hughes had a ringside seat for that as well. It looked like Marizon might have just snuck through the board here with Craig Marizon. Watch this. Woo, Nelly. And then Tony Furtado not able to slip through. Take a look out of Tony Furtado's machine. Right there, coming across, and look at that, man. Whoa, Nelly. Oh, Furtado thought he had it missed, too, and got clipped. Chris Hughes was able to get through that. What a view he had on board here with Chris Hughes. Watch this. Furtado, oh man, he almost squeezed through. And Chris Hughes, what a great move. Heads up move there by Chris Hughes. Wow. So it just looked like Givaldo got way up the track here, could not hold on to this, got into the wall here, and then comes across. Boy. And then Furtado into the inside and just gets clipped. Almost had him cleared, but got clipped. So what a tough break there for Furtado here early in the race. Both those guys are going to come down pit lane and get that repaired. We go back here to live. And our first caution flag. So Ed Palumbo in the 54. Our leader, Sean Jacobs, second. So we are now 7 laps in at a wreck on lap number 5. Yeah, Brent, let us know here in the chat session, what you got going on Monday nights and Thursday nights. I can't remember if you're still doing the Thursday thing, but I know you're doing the Monday thing, the Happy Hour Racing League Monday stuff. So honestly, I can't remember what the name of it is, but hopefully we're still going to be hooked up and doing a memorial race for you, say in January. I think there's a little bit of talk there between us on that. So tell the fans what you got going on Monday nights, Thursday nights. I haven't seen much on the Thursday night thing. I catch your stream sometimes on Monday nights since we got pit stops underway here. So a busy pit lane. And my side-by-side view, Windows Update kind of broke my side-by-side. I will show you kind of what I got on this, and you'll understand why I'm not messing around too much with it, because I do have some lagging now going on with the side-by-side view, unfortunately. The left side screen is going to look fine, but the right side view will definitely be laggy. So started doing the Cup playoff on Monday nights, okay, and see that lag going on there on the right hand screen until we either roll back that Windows Update or we wait for Windows to fix what they've broken. There we go. So it looks like Ed Palumbo now coming out in the 4th position. Sean Jacobs is our leader. So we'll put this up here in the chat session. So Brent's saying that we are starting our Cup season playoff on Monday nights. When that finishes, we'll be running various mods on the track on Mondays and oval tracks, mods on Thursdays during the winter season. We'll join those guys at Happy Hour Racing League. If you know me, just contact me. I'll give you the Discord link. You can join those guys and support the league. And a great bunch of guys there, man. Brent has been super helpful with our league over the years and making some, helping make car sets and great advice. Good guy to bounce some things off of as well. No problem, man. Anytime. Hope everything's going all right for you. Up there in that Michigan area, huh? We do have our, hey, by the way, Brent, I will say, coming up in, just pop the schedule up here. Bristol Motor Speedway, Steve Freeze, September 12th. Love to see you come out for that one. All honoring our fallen hero, one of the old guard HORL guys, the founder of HORL, died many years ago, and we are still racing in his memory, honoring him every year. All right, looks like Sean Jacobs and Dennis Yudichin are coming down pit lane, so a little late in the game here. Interesting strategy by Sean Jacobs. I did not expect this. And we do have a lot of guys coming down pit lane here. So this is interesting. Very, very interesting strategy here by some of these folks, and that's going to put Ed Palumbo back up front. Wow. I don't know, man. I don't know. You see those guys on pit lane. There's Ben Silva. And Ben Silva going to beat Jacobs off pit lane. I think Dennis Yudichin might. It's a little drag race there to the line. Wow. Well, Ed Palumbo, the leader. Gordon Carter is second. Preston Hassel third. Pierce Crone will start in the fourth position. We get going back green here. We're on lap number 10. There's some guys taking some late race or late caution pit stops. We'll start on the outside line in the back. Pace car's off. Get ready to go back green. Here we go. Back to green. And Gordon Carter got a good jump there. Woo! Gordon Carter got a good jump. Ed Palumbo trying to get back by Pierce Crone. Pierce Crone in the 1X on the outside line. He does not want to give up that spot. Side by side there for P2. And Ed Palumbo looks like he might have it. Now trying to close back in on Gordon Carter on board here with Ed Palumbo. Gordon Carter, the leader in the 56. Ed Palumbo's got a head of steam going into the corner. And those guys opened up a little bit of a gap there on P3. Preston Hassel is in fourth, and he's got some company. Craig Marzon running in the fifth position. Look at that battle there. Preston Hassel, Craig Marzon, 27 and the 60. Yeah, Palumbo looking like he wants to lead this race and led Palumbo down to the bottom line here. Gordon Carter on the outside line. And Palumbo might have what he needs to be able to get by. Pierce Crone going to try to sneak through as well. Pierce Crone going to try to follow Eddie P. And Pierce Crone now looking on the inside, drifts up to the high line. That may give Gordon Carter the room he needs to get back by. No, can't do. There's some good racing there. Gordon Carter now back to the third position as Ed Palumbo snuck through. Pierce Crone used that opening to get by as well. Some savvy driving right there. Ed Palumbo and Pierce Crone. Ed Palumbo got ahead of steam there coming off. Let's take a look at that replay. Ed Palumbo down to the inside, getting by Gordon Carter, and watch Pierce Crone close in a hurry right there and slam the door. Gordon Carter, nothing he can do now. He's on the outside and just hoping those guys clear him and he can tuck back in. So good racing there. We go back to live here, take a look at Givaldo Spindola. After that accident, now back up to P6. Sean Jacobs in the 7th position. Looks like Claudio Bardelli Jr., take that back, is back in the 7th position. Sean Jacobs and Chris Hughes battling it out. Jacobs to the inside of Chris Hughes. Hughes up on the outside line. Different strategies on corner transition. And Sean Jacobs picking up a spot now in P9. Bardelli Jr. has now caught up to Givaldo. Givaldo way up the track there, flirting with that wall again. Must have got the damage repaired. The car does not seem to be too bad. He is in the 7th position as Bardelli Jr. takes over P6. Sean Jacobs closing in on Benar Silva. Silva in the 5 on the high line. He's going to give Sean Jacobs a lot of room. And Benar Silva tucks in. Battle here, Pierce Crone and Ed Palumbo. Pierce Crone going to the high side. Oh, Ed Palumbo! Oh, Ed Palumbo catches the apron there! Ed Palumbo caught the apron and into the wall. Oh, no. Got down on the apron and lost the back end of that car. And I don't think anybody else got caught up in that. Let's take a look. Ed Palumbo on the inside as Pierce Crone's got a head of steam on the outside line. But down on the inside, look at this right here. Catches and trying to hold on to that thing. Gordon Carter, whoa! Preston Hassel, oh, little contact there between the 19 and the 60, trying to miss it. Wow. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Watch this, on board. See, Gordon Carter's going to barely miss this. We're on board with Preston Hassel right there. Watch this. This is luck and a great move. Whoa! And it's slipping through. Wow. You got to be kidding me, man. You got to be kidding me, Gordon Carter. You got to be kidding me. You got the lucky horseshoe. Watch this. Watch this. Out of the gas. Oh, waving bye-bye. Oh, woo. Wowza. Look at that again. That was amazing. There was another incident there, too. Got to take a look at, but this was too good. This was too good. Gordon Carter slipping through right there. And then there was contact. Marizan and Bardelli Jr. got together. Take a look at that secondary incident. Bardelli Jr. was a fair bit back, so everybody checking up. See the 60 car getting way out of the gas, right there, out of the gas, and then contact there between the 60 and the 19 into the wall. Man, 20 laps in, second caution flag. Some good action there. So now more pit stops. You got too many laps on these tires here, so this is an interesting situation. Last time we had that, we had a lot of guys staying out, so it looks like the 47 is going to stay out and get his lap led. Maybe in it for the big picture here, you know, looking at maybe points. You know, getting those extra points. You see a scattering through here out of, on pit lane. As a Silva in the 5. JB Racing sponsor machine. How about Benor Silva, man? This guy can flat out drive anything. I said this before. I've known Benor for a long time. See Givaldo off pit lane. I've known Benor for a long time, man. And the guy is just amazing at what he can do. And one of the nicest guys out there, too. I mean it. I mean, I've known Benor for a long time, and the guy is always super friendly. You never see him get heated under the collar there, hot under the collar with anything. Just gets out, has fun. He loves racing, and he is good, man. I raced with him in stock cars. I've raced with him in, I guess it would be the DTMs. We raced over at the NASCAR BR and NASCAR Total, IndyCar Brazil, and some great racing there, man. He can just get in, flat out, drive anything. You could put him in a tractor and he'd make it competitive. So good to see Benor out, man. A lot of championships under Benor Silva's belt, that's for sure. Dennis Yuderchin, baby. He is leading the race. Dana Grover in the 89 Trax VR. He's racing from the Trax VR facility tonight. If you are up in the Calgary area and you are a race fan and you want to get your hand at racing, they will hook you up with a race simulator and let you race. You can race in league races like Dana Grover is tonight. So Trax VR right there. Check them out. Sometimes they even have the pretty girls coming in. Don't get distracted when you're at the wheel. Don't get distracted. Here's Crone up to the third position now. You see the 89 and the 47. I think they stayed out. I know the 47 did. I'm pretty sure the 89 did as well. So this is going to be interesting to see how this works out. See the 9 and the 54 going to start back there in the back. Still drinking my coffee here, and it is, what time? Oh, my third coffee today. I know. It's 10 till 10 o'clock. 10 till 10 p.m. 9:50 p.m. Dennis Yuderchin must have heard me talking about him because he's coming down pit lane. He wanted to get those laps led, and that's going to give Dana Grover the race lead. Dana Grover in the 89. It'll be interesting to see what, which lane he chooses. As you see those guys coming by, and then Dennis Yuderchin coming down pit lane. It looks like Dana's going to choose that inside line. I need a gimbal to make that change that movement right there with my mouse a little bit smoother. There's Dennis Yuderchin. And that is his fire department symbol. Lives in Kharkiv, Ukraine, and he has been putting out, or they've been putting out a lot of fires, and he's been repairing a lot of power stations. He wants to be out of a job. That's what he wants to be. He wants to be able to take a little vacation time, spend time with the family, his neighbors, his friends, and not worry about missiles hitting his building, hitting the power stations, and killing his neighbors and so forth. We don't want that anymore, man. Let's get that war over with. Go back home so these folks on both sides can go home and live out long, happy lives and grow old with their family. What we want. See the 1X, Pierce Crone, lightning fast here today. So he's going to start on the outside line. This is going to be an interesting dynamic, a little bit different mix here. You got Preston Hassel and Gordon Carter. They've been around each other pretty much all night long. They're going to start in P3, P4, respectively. Pace car's off. See Sean Jacobs back up there. Givaldo is going to start in the 5th position. Sean Jacobs will start 6th.
Green flag, green flag.
Pretty
Go,
horrible
go,
camera
go.
angle there for the green flag, but hey, whatever. And Pierce Crone got a heck of a jump. Whoa, Dana. Oh, no. Oh, we got a big pile
Yellow,
up.
yellow, yellow.
We got a big pile up. Oh, no. It looked like that. Boy, it looked like Givaldo got up out of the way, really. Got out of the way, and those guys got into one another. Not what we needed. And Pierce Crone had taken the lead here. Let's take a look here. This is on the restart, and it looked like, let's take a look. It looked like Givaldo, maybe he spun his tires. The back end of that car shot out like that. And then here's the deal. He comes back over. The 7 car, maybe trying to avoid, gets into the 19 and then clips the 68. And then the 9 involved as well. Got some guys literally stopped on the track to try to avoid that. So it really looked like Givaldo got, a little bit squirrely there. Maybe spun his tires. And again, came across to see the 7 coming up the track, getting into the 19 to avoid the 68 car, and then comes down after making contact with the 19, clips the 68, who gets back up into the 19, and the 9 gets just sandwiched. And it looks like Dennis, a little bit of contact for him. All right, Pierce Crone is the race leader. Dana Grover is second. Gordon Carter third. Preston Hassel is in fourth. So I think somebody spun their tires. Trax VR chatting. Dana's VR headset restarted itself. Apologies for that. No problem. This VR, man, I tell you what, I've heard a lot of problems with VR. It's just, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I do it. I got triples, but actually, my triples are kind of funky. I've got a 35-inch curve in front of me and two 27s on the side, and I just use my 27s when I race just to, not for really anything. I just use my my 35-inch curve for my racing. I don't know, man. I don't know if I could do VR. I really don't. I know a lot of guys have had problems with VR, but you guys typically don't there at Tracks VR have any problems with the headset, so that'll be a one-off type of deal. So we are under our third caution flag, I believe. Take a look at the schedule. Next week we'll be at Worldwide Technology Raceway. That is Gateway. I've been there many times, man. I was stationed in the Air Force right outside of St. Louis on the same side of the river that Gateway is, and it's actually in Illinois. I will share with you that it was those were fun races to go to, man. It really was. So 120 lap race coming up on September the 5th, and it's always interesting to broadcast a race and sim racing for a track that you've actually been to many times. It's always neat to see that. So Bristol coming up on September the 12th, a Steve Freeze Memorial Race. Right now, 200 laps. We're kind of tossing around. We may do 250 on that. 200 laps gets us about 60 minutes. 250 gets us about 80 minutes. So we're kind of debating that right now. But very important race for us coming up on September the 12th, honoring Steve Freeze, who left us far too early. We retired his number, the number 11. Somebody will be driving that number to, as we do every year. We have that car out on the track, and one of our old guard HORL guys gets in and drives it. New Hampshire Motor Speedway coming up on September the 19th to finish out the first half of the season. You see Kansas, Charlotte, and Vegas, 3 mile and a half right in a row. Talladega coming up on October the 17th, and Martinsville on October the 24th to finish out. That's one day after my birthday. To finish out the season. Back a little funky here with the overlays, man. It's got a little mind of its own. So guys finishing up the pit stops, coming back out on track. So the 1X car is going to start on the outside line. All right, looks like Pierce Crone, who is P1, is going to take the outside line. 89, Dana Grover is going to start in the second position on the inside line. You see Preston Hassel and Gordon Carter, 3 and 4. Sean Jacobs, Ed Palumbo will start in row number 3. A little bit of lag there, lagging back by that 56 car right now, so see if those guys get bunched up. When we go back green, we'll start lap 30. A lot of racing to go here. And lights are out on the pace car. The pace car off.
Green flag, go, go, go.
And Pierce Crone got a good start there on the restart. And the 1X up front. 27 jumps up on the outside of Dana Grover. Preston Hassel had a good battle with Pierce Crone last week in the Saturday Night Thunder. Whoa! These guys are still racing their guts out in the
Yellow,
24.
yellow, yellow.
Oh, we got another yellow flag. No! Oh, no, no. And a 60 car off the pace. And another yellow flag, and that means single file. Let's take a look and see what happened. Udichin got up into the outside right there, and then comes across. He's trying to pull the car off of the wall and clips the 60 car. And the 60 car doesn't, you know what? He doesn't really make a lot of contact, just bounced a little bit off the back end. He might be okay. So this 47 got up into the outside, way up there. Nobody really in his zip code, and he bounces off the wall, gets into the 60 car. The 60 car almost had him cleared. On board here with the 60. Watch this, bouncing off the wall, bouncing off the wall. He gets way out of the way and then clipped right there. And then ever so lightly, he might not have hit it that second time. Now you smack their little hands and say, guess what? You are going single file. So they will do single file now, so they can get this sorted out. So, Yelza, thank you for coming in and joining me here on the YouTube channel. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't done so, and smash that bell. Get updates when races are going live. Looks like Dennis Schuchen has retired his machine. A tough break there for Dennis. And thank you for joining me, whether you're a new subscriber or whether you've been here from the beginning or somewhere in between. Thank you for the support. If you're watching the race, please consider subscribing to the channel. That helps me out, helps the algorithm, or me beat the algorithm, and get out there to more people who can watch the races here on TurnLeftTV. There are 29 people have viewed the race here so far, so we'd like to get that up to like 129, man. Average view duration, 15 minutes. That's awesome. Pierce Crone electing to stay out there, so that front crew going to stay out, which is probably a pretty smart deal. But some of these guys might be thinking about some fuel mileage situations. You see Preston Hassel on pit lane. Fuel lane. Hey, that's not a bad name for it, huh? I should copyright that. 56 also coming on and now coming off pit lane. Ed Palumbo on pit lane. Now finishing up his pit stop. And that Hellman spots the machine. Marizon on pit lane. Taking some service, got some damage on that last incident. Udichin has retired and left the server, so he is out of the race. Tough break there for Dennis. He's got up into the wall. That gets that kind of an oscillation. Once you make contact, you know, you're trying to kind of counter steer. You get back into the wall, kind of grabs you a little bit more. You counter steer and you get back into the wall. So eventually you kind of really pull that car off the wall, and that's what happens. It snaps down and ends up catching somebody. Been there many times myself. I've done the same thing. And it looks like the 9, Tony Furtado, giving up the 4th position coming down pit lane. So a little gutsy move by the Valvoline crew. Little gutsy move. He's going to start in the back, I bet. And it looks like the 9 is on pit lane. Making some service. Oh, he missed his pit stall. Have to back up. Wouldn't it be nice to have animated pit crew? Come on. Come on, man. We can do it. If you can have an animated bird flying around or an animated blimp, a plane, whatever else you got, a pterodactyl, whatever else is flying around in the sky, you can do animated pit crew. So let's go. Let's do it. We want to see that. You got animated flagmen. You got animated workers where they're telling you which way to go. Let's do it. Get the coders there at Motorsport Games working on that deal. All right, Pierce Crone, the leader. Dana Grover, second. Claudio Bardelli Jr. has snuck up to that 3rd place position. Ubaldo looks like he is coming off the track, maybe to come down pit lane, so he wants to start in the back. He's going to top off with fuel, I would suggest you. And one more lap. So Givaldo on pit lane. Looks like maybe Marizon on pit lane as well. A couple drivers maybe doing some strategy. Probably not a bad idea, especially if you are near the back of the field. Top off with fuel, get some fresh tires. All right, Pierce Crone, they're going to do this single file this time.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. Dana looked like he finally got the message. That's going to hurt him because he was side by side. He got slowed down to get behind Pierce Crone, and now gives up a position to Claudio Bardelli Jr. So Bardelli in the 19. Look at that. He's looking racy. Here on lap 36. A lot of race to go here. Yeah, boy. These guys have had a few incidents. The 19, Claudio Bardelli Jr. I'm telling you, man, this is getting tight here with Pierce Crone. Claudio Bardelli Jr. race for the lead. Bardelli wants it. Pierce Crone does not want to give it up. Fighting back side by side. There's a lot of racing to go here. Don't get yourself in a situation. Oh, look at that. Claudio Bardelli Jr. going to try to do the crossover move. Pierce Crone gets that spot back. And oh, Bardelli, oh no, man, he got that on the apron. Dana Grover did a great job of staying out of the back of him. Bardelli got down onto the apron. Sean Jacobs has a look at that as well. We got to take a look at Dana Grover's view on this. Watch this. Ooh, Nelly! No! Oh my God! God, that's a whole lot of super top right there, baby. Holy smokes. Back to live here. Bardelli Jr. is recovered. He's battling Pierce Crone. They're again side by side. Again side by side. Holy Toledo. These guys are getting after it. Pierce Crone, Claudio Bardelli Jr., Dana Grover, Sean Jacobs. Fifth is Gordon Carter. Gordon Carter at 56. High place moving sponsor Chevy. Got the Ford, a Preston Hassel just behind him. Two Chevy. Oh, so we got a Chevy, a Ford, a Toyota, a Chevy, and a Ford. And I tell you what, Bardelli Jr. wants the race lead. He absolutely wants this race lead. He keeps giving it a shot. Pierce Crone now opening up a little gap on him. 40 laps in. A lot of laps to go here. Dana Grover in the 89 now looking a little racy. Closing in onto the right rear quarter of the 19. Backs off. Got to be careful when you get up on that high side because that guy behind you can slip on down to the bottom side, and that would be the 24. Bardelli now trying a different line. Up the track a little bit. See if he can get a run off the corner. He has closed in on the 1X. Oh, no! Wow, man. He got tight right there getting into the corner. Bardelli Jr., he is down below, and there's contact! Contact right there. Bardelli Jr. got a nose underneath the 1X. And now Pierce Crone has to catch it, does a good job, and Bardelli Jr. gets by. Looked like Dana might have had that spot, but Pierce Crone now back on a mission. He wants to get back up to that 19 car. Pierce Crone dives down to the inside. Is he going to do the same thing? No, he drifts up. Woo, boy. This is getting racy, man. These guys are burning their stuff up. And the 1X down to the inside, drifted up a little bit. Oh, boy. This is some racing here. These guys said, you know what? I came to race. I didn't come to ride around. I came to race. And this is a battle. Pierce Crone in second. Dana Grover third. Jacobs is fourth. On board, Claudio Bardelli Jr. Pierce Crone's got to run. Here's Crone. Claudio Bardelli Jr. getting after it right now. Crone looking on that inside. Not a lot of room. He's got to watch that mirror. That 89 car right there. The 24 in this mix as well. And things getting racy with the 24. Sean Jacobs and the 89 starting to get racy. Sorry, hit the wrong key. Got too excited, man. Look at that 24, the 89 starting to get a little frisky. 89 car, wow. He's had a great race to watch, huh? Oh! Yellow flag here on lap 45. Seems like we can get about 10, 15 laps in, and somebody ends up tweaking. And the 9 car into the wall, looked like maybe he's off the pace. Let's take a look at see what happened there. Chris Hughes, Craig Marizon had gotten around Furtado as well. This is Marizon, and you see Tony Furtado drifting up the track into the wall right there. Marizon does a great job. Furtado comes across the track. Right, Chris Hughes had nowhere to go, man. Nowhere to go. Chris Hughes, he dodged an earlier one, but could not dodge that one. That one was big hit. On board here with Chris Hughes. Watch this, coming off the wall, and then, oh, man, I almost think, it's a guessing game. I almost think you want to try to point your car to the high side, and he's got a missing hood now. Oh, man. So you almost think you want to try to point your car to the high side. Watch this. See, right here. Get your car up on the high line. Because you know he's going to try to pull it off the wall. How many times have we seen that? And it's hard to put that into your wheelhouse there. Your trick bag. Just think if he could have. Right here, Marizon gets by. Wow. Man, watch this. Come across. Whoa. And Givaldo had a look at that as well. Right here, Chris Hughes trying to get through and just gets absolutely annihilated, man. Wow. That's crazy. Watch this in slow-mo. Right here, he thinks he's got him cleared. But slammed right there. Ugh. So a tough break there, and man, some great racing up front, but we had a little kerfuffle in the back. And it really looked like Tony had gotten up into the outside wall. Got up into that outside wall and tried to come around, and right there, big time damage. We've seen some good racing, but it seems like about every 10, 15 laps we're getting a caution flag here. So, we're not even to halfway yet. All right, and it looks like Givaldo is our race leader. Pierce Crony in second. I would suggest you that Givaldo's probably going to come down pit lane. Gets the laps led. Don't forget the High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks will be in action at Kansas. 100-lap race coming up on September the 3rd. Race number 4 of the season, and we've had 3 great races. So race number 4 should be another doozy. Kansas, a lot of room to race, super fast track. And don't forget, tomorrow night we'll be right back here at Darlington in the Saturday Night Thunder Next Gen Series. The QR code there if you'd like to join us. 110-lap race. That's Darlington. It's race number 4 coming up on Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would suggest, I think probably Givaldo, he's probably going to come down pit lane here. I just have a feeling that he's going to come down pit lane here, but I may be wrong. Looks like he is electing to go down to the bottom side here, so he's telling... Well, maybe he's got a longest line. Oh, he's going to start the longest line here. So, interesting situation here for the 68. I don't get all the messaging, so not exactly sure what's going on there with him. It does look like maybe he's going to be coming down pit lane. All right. Claudio Bardelli Jr., the leader. Sean Jacobs is second. Ed Palumbo third. Ben Silva is in the fourth position. And it does look like Pierce Crone has given up the race lead to come down pit lane. Tony Furtado has a longest line penalty, so he will start at the tail end of the field. And Bardelli Jr. is going to have to breathe, or he's going to be breathing a sigh of relief because Pierce Crone was giving him everything he wanted and then some. Like Sean Jacobs will start in the second position, and they are going to start single file again.
Green flag, go, go, go.
The 19, Claudio Bardelli Jr. is the leader. Good start there for him. And Sean Jacobs in the 24 starts second, is in second. Ed Palumbo third, Ben Silva fourth. Ben Silva, man, Preston Hassel just behind him. Ed Palumbo has had a good race since coming back. He came back, first race back in a while, and won the race. I mean, come on. The old drummer's got it, baby. Ed Palumbo, a drummer up in that New York area. Running in the third position. He'd like to beat these guys like a drum tonight. Sorry, that was too easy. Sean Jacobs running behind Claudio Bardelli Jr. Good race here between these two. And we got a race back here in the back with Pierce Crone and Dana Grover. Grover in the 19 on the outside. Pierce Crone in the 1X. Going to get by. Pierce Crone a little bit late on the pit stop, finds himself back in the pack a little bit. He's going to have to play some catch up. Everybody trying to catch up to the 19. That's Claudio Bardelli Jr. '24, Sean Jacobs. Keeping him honest, running into second position. One of our great Pennsylvania drivers and an old guard HORL guy. Maybe he might be driving the 11th car on September the 12th. Silvercom podcast sponsored for just ahead. Claudio Bardelli Jr. Sean Jacobs on board here with him, and he is running in P2. Preston Hassel tucking out here. He's wanting to get by Ben Silva. Good battle here between the fifth place car and the fourth place and the fifth place car. And the 5, Ben Silva in fourth, starting to open up a gap there on Preston Hassel. Quiet night here for the 27. Castrol sponsor machine. And a little bit damage he's dealing with. And Silva's opening up a gap. And Silva does get into the outside wall. Oh, no! Hard lick there for Silva. Does he keep it straight? He does. He's up into the outside wall, but keeps the car straight, pulling it in the right direction. He's going to try to limp it around to pit lane. He's down on the bottom of the track. And that car is beat up. That car is beat up, and he's going to have to limp this around. All right, looks like Silva is coming down pit lane here. I was a little worried that these guys were going to roll up onto him and catch him. So Silva is on pit lane. And wow. And the 1X indicating he's coming down pit lane. Interesting. So Pierce Crone coming down pit lane. I do not know. Oh, Pierce Crone. Oh, man, he almost missed the entrance right there. He might have got caught speeding. Wow. Did you see that? He was sideways. I thought he was going to run into the barrels, broadside the barrels. Holy Toledo. Back up front, Bardelli and Jacobs. Winner Silva on pit lane. Benner Silva is off the pace. We're taking a look at Claudio Bardelli Jr., I believe. He is running in the lead, followed by Sean Jacobs. Benner looks like he might have retired his machine. Well, Benner Silva's had some trouble, and he came down pit lane and retired his car, so he's in the garage area now. So a tough break there for Benner Silva. We were trying to track that. Take a look at Preston Hassel is now up to P3 here, 64 laps in. He is close to Craig Marizon, who's running in P4. Rick Marizon having a good run. He got around Ed Palumbo. Palumbo now back to the 5th position. Marizon here running in P4. Great Michigan driver in the 60 Magpul Dynamic sponsor machine. Gordon Carter closing in on Ed Palumbo. Gordon Carter in the 56. Been a quiet night here for him. He's going to get around Ed Palumbo, now taking over the 5th position. Ed Palumbo now falling back to P6. So Gordon Carter, P5 in the 56 car. This battle here up Jacobs and Bargelli has not gone away. Sean Jacobs in the 24. Looks like he might be a little bit better than the 19 right now. 19 trying some different lines and opening up a little bit of run here for the 24. 24 patient. A lot of laps to go here. 68 laps in, 110 scheduled. You see Jacobs is a little better going in through the middle of the corner, but struggling off a little speed off. There's different strategies, different lines here between the 19 and the 24. On board here with Sean Jacobs. He's now closing in on Bargelli. Bargelli a little loose there. Back end got a little bit loose. Tony Furtado now closing in on the 68s, and the 9 getting around. 68 of Givaldo Spindola now falling back to the 9th position. Got 2 cars out of the race. That is Benner Silva and Dennis Yudichin. Those guys will still finish 12th and 13th respectively. In an eventful about middle half of the race. Now it seems like it's settled down a little bit. Jacobs still poking that front of his car down on the inside just to make it a little interesting. He likes that inside line there. Belly a little bit better there through the middle of the corner. And down to the inside. Not quite as good there, and I'm hearing that maybe the 9 is coming down pit lane. Preston Hassel has lost a tire. There's something that's happened to Preston Hassel. Preston Hassel, he made contact. Oh, man, hard into the inside wall. There's what happened to Preston Hassel. He got, wow. I think there was a tire there. Might have been a tire lost on that deal. Take a look. Preston Hassel right there, he lost a tire. And big time problems there for him. Wow. Preston Hassel.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
We got a yellow flag now. Preston Hassel on 3 tires. And he makes more contact. He's just trying to get this car to pit lane. And he missed pit lane, I think. Hassel there can't control it. He gets up into the outside wall. Let those guys go by, and Preston off the pace. And man, more contact with the wall. Just cannot control that car. And loses another tire. I don't know if he has any tires on the front. He missed. Looks like. So caution flag there. Looked like the 27 got into the outside wall. So, Claudio Bardelli Jr., the leader. Sean Jacobs second. Craig Marizon third. Gordon Carter will start in the fourth position. Dana Grover will start in P5. We are single file still. Got 3 cars out of the race. Preston Hassel, Benner Silva, and Dennis Uterchin all out of the race. Don't forget, next week we will be at Worldwide Technology Raceway, 120-lap race, coming up on September the 5th. Great track there, located in Madison, Illinois, just the other side of the Mississippi River from St. Louis. I mentioned earlier, I've been there many times. I was stationed out there when I was in the Air Force and been to this track many times, and it is a fun track, man. What a great track at night, too. My gosh. Beautiful. So that's coming up on September the 5th. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. And look at that. Bardelli Jr. says, time for me to come down pit lane. On board here with Bardelli. Ron Jacobs behind him in the 24. Bardelli Jr. getting the Ford into his pit stall. 56 on pit lane as well, the 60 on pit lane. The 99, the 24, and the 54. So a lot of guys out here on pit lane. Pierce Crone has elected to stay out there. It looks like Tony Furtado, 1 lap down, is in the 10th position. He is in front right now, followed by, or actually Chris Hughes is in front of him, and Chris Hughes is at the tail end of the longest line. So he is the tail end of the field. So interesting mix here. We got a car that's a lap down that is in front here, right behind the pace car. Chris Hughes in 9th is 2nd on the grid here. And Pierce Crone, who is the race leader, is 3rd car behind the pace car. Tony Furtado, he's had an eventful night, that's for sure. 1 lap down. He definitely wants to get that lap back. And maybe Pierce Crone's coming down pit lane. Chris Hughes coming down pit lane. Sean Jacobs now shown, or will be shown as the race leader, as you see those guys peeling off into their pit stalls. Here's Crone now on pit lane in his pit stall. '24 will be the leader. He is the leader. Dana Grover in 2nd. Claudio Bardelli Jr. and Craig Marizon 3rd and 4th. 78 laps in. A little bit of laps to go. So it looks like Furtado will get the wave around. And get a wave around and start at the, well, he's one lap down this way, so he wants to get one of those laps back. I think that's the situation there. The 9 car. Valdo, he's had an eventful night. He's starting in the 7th position here on this restart. Gordon Carter just ahead of him. Here's Crone and Chris Hughes behind him. Probably on looks like here's Crone coming down pit lane, maybe playing some fuel mileage strategy. Ed Palumbo also on pit lane in the 54 car. See him coming down pit lane to take some service. Single file, Grover will up be in P2. Bardelli Jr. will start 3rd. Craig Marizon, I don't know, he could be Chris. It's not how much you're paying. Gordon Carter will start 5th. Marizon's, I'm just kidding, Craig. Marizon will start in P4. Now you can call me Chris if you want to pay me $50 a day or something, that's fine. Call me Chris, I don't give a damn. I've been called many things. Never Chris. All right, get ready to go back green this time by. Single file. And the pace car's off. Single file here. Get it bunched up. Get her bunched up.
Green flag, go, go, go.
And big gap there between P1 and P2. 3rd place was back there as well, Bardelli Jr. Marizon is in 4th. Look at Craig Marizon in the 4th position in the 60 car. And this is getting a little racy here. Look at that, Bardelli Jr. down to the inside. Grover, Jacobs, Bardelli. Bardelli to the inside, trying to get around Dana Grover. And Craig Marizon are going to try to squeak through. Grover holds on to that spot, stays in P3 as Bardelli Jr. has taken over P2. And this is getting racy here between the 60 and the 89. Good racing going on. Pierce Crone on a mission. Pierce Crone, oh, this is, Pierce Crone made some passes there, I thought. There we go, side by side with the 9. Tony is a lap down still. Yeah, he is a lap down, and Pierce Crone trying to get around him. That's the racing I saw right there. Thought it was for position for a second. And Crone getting by for Dotto. There's that battle between the 19 and the 89. Claudio Bardelli Jr. getting around the 89 car. So some good battling. Gordon Carter out of the front of his machine. He's looking at a good battle here between the 60. Oh, the 60 making contact with the wall. Gordon Carter dropping out of the gas a little bit. Give the 60 some room. As the, wow, and the 89 and the 60 having a good battle. Dana Grover running in P3. Good run here for him. He's had an eventful night. Some technical issues with respect to the VR headset. And the 60 running behind him, that is Craig Marazon in the 4th position. Battle up front. These guys will be just willing right now to settle in and then start getting racy here toward the end. They realize there are probably some more pit stops in the future. Maybe Bardelli going to try to see if he can do something here early just to see what he's got. Sean Jacobs, one of the best in the business out there at running a line, picking a line, adjusting the line, whatever you got to do to make it happen. Here's Crone to the bottom side here, trying to get around Givaldo Spindola. This is 4th position. Oh, drifted up, and they're making some contact with the 68. Making some contact with the 68 car. Look at this. Oh, drifting up again. A little bit more contact. Looks like the 1X drifted up and gotten into the 68 car, and that 68 into the outside wall. So some battling there. We'll take a look at this again. Right here coming off the corner. Right here, you see the... They sort of meet in the middle on that one. They're running out of room on that outside. Not much room there for Givaldo. And then coming into turn number 1, drifting up the track and giving him a little kiss. So, wow. There's Chris Hughes running in the 7 car. He is in the 10th. Oh, whoa! In the 10th position. Oh, way up into the outside wall. It's the 7 car. Way up into the outside wall. That thing just snapped on him in a hurry. Looking at this again. I think he got into the wall right there. Got into the wall. And then on for a ride. And whoa! Man, that'll jar you loose, huh? That'll rattle your cage. Keeps the car pointed in the right direction, but Tony Furtado had a view of that. Forward here with Tony Furtado there, and watch this. Boom! Gets by as Chris able to get it off the wall. Wow, man. Here's Crone coming down pit lane here under green here on lap 90. Maybe, this could be a risky move. Man, I tell you what, if caution flag comes out and you get lapped, could be game over. Early pit stop here for Pierce Crone. Maybe some damage. Didn't see anything, didn't hear anything out of the crew. The 19 of Claudio Bardelli Jr. has gotten around Sean Jacobs. We missed that. We were watching that other action, huh? Here's take a look at this pass. The 19 down to the inside. And oh! Man, Sean Jacobs maybe trying to pitch him down a little bit. Bardelli Jr. did come up. And Bardelli Jr. had to fight for that one. He is now our race leader. Claudio Bardelli Jr. Sean Jacobs in 2nd. Ford versus Chevy. Well, Pierce Crone back out on the track. Oh, this is his pit stop. Right here. Something went on here with Pierce Crone. Not sure what happened for him. Take a look here. He's coming off the track, or off the pit lane. This is after making a pit stop. Maybe he sped. He's into the inside. He might have sped. So he's down on the inside, and he ends up retiring his car. Not sure what's going on there. He disconnects. Two-man race up front here on lap 93. The cream always rises to the top, doesn't it? Look at this. We're approaching the end of the race, definitely the latter stages of the race. And look who's up front. Bardelli Jr. and Sean Jacobs. Chris Hughes in the 7 as Ed Palumbo coming back out on the track after making a pit stop. 4 cars out of the race now. And Sean Jacobs getting around Claudio Bardelli Jr. While we were gallivanting around, Sean Jacobs able to scooch on by. And that's why Bardelli Jr. says, I'm coming down pit lane. I don't care what you do. We're taking a look at this on replay. Jacobs down to the inside. Gets around Bardelli Jr. And Bardelli Jr. is going to peel off the track to come down pit lane. So it looked like he was going to try to get that position back, but here we are down the backstretch. And Bardelli Jr. peeling off the track to come down pit lane. Right there. And I'm hearing that Sean Jacobs is coming down pit lane as well. You know, we'll show this view, but I'm going to warn you, it is not the right one, not the one you want to see. I think we got this. Looks like Bardelli Jr. coming back out on track here. Looks like he is back out on track. Sean Jacobs is pitting. I'm not going to show you any view now because I'm messing up. Sean Jacobs is pitting here on lap 96. And that gives the race lead to Craig Marizon. And I'm thinking Chris Hughes is going to be coming down pit lane as well. It does look like the 7 car is coming down pit lane. Now here we go. I mean, this is going to be laggy as crap. In case you didn't hear me talk about this, I found this on the web that there was a Windows update. With this Windows update, it's broken something with the Indy plugin, so that's why that right side is all laggy right there. That's not what we want to see. Definitely not what we want to see. So the 7 there, Caddy Wampus in his pit lane. Wow. Craig Marizon coming down pit lane. That's going to give the race lead to Dana Grover. So I can't give the side-by-side without it being all glitchy until these guys get it figured out. Or I get it figured out. 4 cars out of the race. Dana Grover is the leader here in the Toyota on lap 98. I got to wonder, does he have to come down pit lane? Haven't heard much out of him tonight. He's been in the mix. He's been back in the back. He's worked his way back up through the field, and now he is leading. The king of comebacks, Dana Grover. Sean Jacobs says, hey, man, the fat lady has not warmed up yet. Claudio Bardelli Jr. says the same. Says the fat lady hasn't even shown up on the Sober Tom podcast. Speaking of the Sober Tom podcast, don't forget to join Claudio Bardelli Jr. over there on Wednesday nights, man. We haven't seen him racing because he's been doing his podcast. Sober Tom Podcast, YouTube at Sober Tom Podcast. Wednesdays, I think you can just check out the old or the replays as well. So the pre-recorded stuff stays up on his YouTube channel, so check him out. That's Sober Tom Podcast, Claudio Bardelli Jr. style. 10 laps to go, man. If you like the race so far, thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so, and smash the bell. Thank you for supporting TurnLeftTV. Claudio Bardelli Jr. And to close in on Dana Grover, and Dana Grover is coming down pit lane. You see hard on the brakes there too, and he locked up that right rear. Now he's on pit lane here on lap 101. That's going to give the race lead to Claudio Bardelli Jr., I suspect. Grover gambling a little bit. We'll see. We'll see how this works. How's this fuel mileage going to work out? The 19, the 24, do they have enough gas to make it to the end? Frankly, I don't know. Bardelli Jr. now dealing with some lap traffic. The 7 Chris Hughes. Bardelli Jr. wanting to get around as quickly as possible. Chris Hughes does his best to get out of the way, but gets into the wall and keeps it pointed in the right direction. That little kerfuffle allowed Jacobs to close in onto the back of the 19 car. Now we got to start thinking about this strategy situation. Grover back out on the track in the 5th position. He's 17 seconds back to the race leader, but on fresh tires. The last car on the lead lap is Eddie Palumbo in the 54. Crazy Eddie. Greg Marizon running in 3rd. He could be the huge benefactor here if these guys have to come down pit lane. Marizon now getting around Givaldo. Givaldo on the inside, and Givaldo running in the 7th position. As Marizon, the 60 car, trying to close in on these boys. He is 10 seconds back here on lap 104. Gordon Carter now up to the 4th position. And man, I'll tell you what, the 9 car spins. I don't hear any caution flag. Oh, he keeps it straight. He's into the inside wall. No caution. Tony Furtado in the 9 got hard into the outside wall and not spinning out. So he is on pit lane. And Bardelli Jr. is starting to open up a huge gap here on Sean Jacobs. Jacobs now having to deal with, Jacobs in the outside wall. Jacobs in the outside wall here on lap 106. Missing the hood. He got up into the wall. And, whoa, man, that car is beat up. Greg Marizon now in P2. Wow. What happened? What happened? Sean Jacobs up the track. Man, late race situation there, and Ed Palumbo gives Bardelli Jr. a lot of room. 9.2 second gap on Marizon. Marizon is going to need some help. Down to about 9 seconds. He is catching Bardelli. And to deal with some lap traffic, however, Marizon dealing with a little lap traffic now gets by, tries to set his sights on Bardelli. Long way up there. Sees Bardelli. He's hoping Bardelli maybe hits some traffic here. 8.6 seconds. Bardelli might be saving his stuff here, not sure. 8.7, not too worried, I think, right now about Marizon. Maybe more worried about somebody spinning out, bringing out a caution flag. In an interesting race here. Bardelli Jr. has been in the hunt all night long. Greg Marizon is in 2nd. 3rd, Dana Grover. Gordon Carter 4th. There's a car up in the outside line, trying to limp it around. That car is probably going to get black flagged here. Or blue flag, whatever the heck that is. Come in and get that damage fixed. 2 laps to go. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 19. Greg Marizon, 8, now almost 9 seconds back. So Bardelli Jr. has opened up that gap on Marizon. Last lap here for Claudio Bardelli Jr. Down the backstretch. Into turn 3, Bardelli Jr. Claudio Bardelli Jr. coming off the final corner down the front stretch is going to get the victory here at Darlington. So congratulations to Claudio Bardelli Jr. Good finish here for him, and he gets it done. So Bardelli Jr. gets it done here with the Sober Tom podcast, sponsored Chevy. Another win in the bag for Claudio Bardelli Jr. He's been a little busy as of late, but comes out here and edges out the win. He's going to do a burnout, I bet. I don't know. He better work on his burnout. Claudio Bardelli Jr. with the big win here at Darlington. He said, "Let me crash into the wall a few times. That's my burnout." So Claudio Bardelli Jr. outlasts the field. It was a good race, man. Tell you, let some caution flags got it out of control there a little bit. But Bardelli Jr. was able to outlast the field and get the win. And Bardelli says, "Let me just set this car on fire." Congratulations to him. We'll take a look at the final results. Let's take a look at the final results here, man. Oh, let's get up there with the previous page. There we go. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the Ford gets the win. Craig Marizon in the Chevy finishes in the second position. Dana Grover in the Toyota happened to get a third place finish there for him. Great job. Gordon Carter finishes in fourth. Givaldo finishes in the fifth position. Ed Palumbo sixth. Sean Jacobs, that late race trouble, finishes in P7. Chris Hughes finishes in eighth. Tony Furtado ninth. Pierce Crone finishes in the 10th position. Preston Hassel finishes in 11th. Benor Silva 12th. And Dennis Uderchin finishes in the 13th position. All right, we're joined in the booth by Claudio Bardelli Jr., and what an interesting race, man. It seems like you were up front, then in the middle, and then the back, and then back up front. Man, it was really a tale of sort of two different races. Early on, a lot of caution flags, and late had some pretty good racing here. How do you feel about that?
Good night. Thank you for good race in the 20 and 30 laps. And the many yellow flags. I touching 3 times, fixed the car 3 times. I time penalty. Try to maintain my calm. It's important in this track the track position and try to pass the opponents in the 2 or 3 laps, then fresh tires. In the final, Jones is very strong to me. I don't know what to. I believe we touched the wall in the 5 or 10 laps to go. I managed the tires. Good race. I'm back.
Boy, it looked like a lot of guys had trouble with the outside wall. Once you got stuck onto the outside wall, you kind of bounce it off and then maybe give up and just jerk the wheel to the left to try to pull it off the wall, and that seemed like that caused a lot of problems tonight. Were you able to predict sort of when that was happening? It looked like you may have avoided several of those incidents tonight.
Yes, the track is outside is a problem, but the tire is hot the car touch the wall, wall in the same parts. Wall your touch wall, the car is into inside line. The track is a problem. I managed to car inside the line and brakes, no gas, and no control the tires. But it's a difficult track. I like this track, but it's a difficult track to driving.
Next week is Gateway or Worldwide Technology Raceway, a very different track. What's the strategy going into next week? I know you've been a little bit hit or miss with some sim racing lately. Do you have plans to race there? And then if so, what's the strategy at Gateway? I hit the wrong button. Audio, sorry. All that mumbo jumbo, and I was talking privately. Hey, next week we got Gateway, Worldwide Technology Raceway. What's your plan there? I know you've been hit or miss a little bit on racing, sim racing as of late, busy, and any plans to race there? If you do, what's your strategy at that track?
Gateway is same track to Darlington, a little different, but is a track, short track, and try to win the race.
Wow, okay, that's some insightful strategy. Well, hey, congratulations, Claudio. We said don't forget to join you over at the Sober Tom podcast on YouTube, and we appreciate your support here at High Octane Racing League. Congratulations, and good luck to you the rest of the season.
Thank you, good night, and thank for sharing the link.
Yeah, obrigado. De nada.
Obrigado.
So that's Claudio Bardelli Jr. joining us up here in the chat session. So congratulations to him. I told him thank you, by the way. It's obrigado. I know like 6 words in Portuguese. I should be able to speak the language now, as many of friends as I have that are Brazilian, and even got some folks from Portugal as well. So I got to practice, man. Come on. I say about 5 words pretty well. But hey, congratulations, Claudio. And don't forget, next week we are at, let me pop this up here. Next week we are at, where are we at? Oh yeah, Worldwide Technology Raceway. The 120-lap race. It'll be live right here on September the 5th. Come out and join us for the race, for the broadcast. And we got more racing headed your way this weekend. Don't give up on us, man. Darlington Raceway tomorrow night in the Next Gen Series, man. The Saturday Night Thunder. I get out of the broadcast booth, get in the driver's seat, and get just absolutely punked out by these guys. So come on out if you like to punk the broadcaster out. He gets in the race car and mixes it up with him. 110 laps coming up at Darlington. That's tomorrow, August the 30th, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks will be back in action at Kansas. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Come on, man. Here we go. That's my Wizard of Oz reference. Race number 4 of the season, 100-lap race. Starting at 8 p.m., it's Kansas Speedway in the High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks. Tonight's race has been brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. Are you interested in an rFactor 2 server? Well, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That is EliteHostingUSA.com. And don't forget to hit the wrong button again. I'm out of practice. Don't forget to join me here on TurnLeftTV each and every week. There's a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description of the race, and also the 4 more links button there in the YouTube channel. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, there's a link there. Help me out. Thanks to all the chatters out there as well. That's going to do it for me tonight, boys and girls. I'll see you next time. I'm out of here.
5